even though there's only one viewer here, I'll probably at least clip this part and like throw it up on YouTube. Because I think if I put out the entire stream, or if I just especially with the outro that I have for the stream, it's probably gonna get copyrighted. Okay, I still don't have a webcam, so you can't see my face. Might be a good thing. Uh, where do I start? I guess I'll start with the most pressing matter, which is my dog. Well, my only dog that's sad. So it was the 23rd. We took we had to take Chance back to the vet to go for another surgery. And this one was an urgent one because well, he had a bunch of growths on his face and his leg. And the doctors suspected that they're possibly tumors, which on a dog his age, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. And it's like he just recently, not too long ago, like maybe I want to say it was like roughly October when we sent Chance to go to surgery before because he had to have his leg amputated. And the reason he had his leg amputated was because there was a growth on his foot. And I mean it was a huge growth. Like the growth on his foot was like there is a long story to that as well, and I'm going to get into that. The growth on his foot was like the size of a fist. And that's not well, the way his paw looked, it was pretty much like the size of a fist. So, what happened before that? Like the reason why that happened, we have no idea why it happened. It was just there. The vet that we took him to before, the one that we always go to, which, well, I don't want to badmouth him, but we went to Banfield. Like we always went to Banfield. We always counted on him. But we started asking them like, "Hey, Chance has these growths on him. Like, what the heck are these?" And the doctor was like, "Oh, well, this one's just fat, and well, for an extra $70 to $100, we could try and like we can test to see about these other growths that he has." It's like, but I'm pretty sure that this one's fat. So we didn't bother with it because, well, Chance was like he was still moving around and he wasn't sluggish or anything. So it didn't seem to be a concern. But every single time we took him back, we always kept asking about the growths because we kept seeing, like, we started seeing more and more in spots that were just like, okay, this is uncomfortable, but he's not slowing down. He's not showing any signs that this is bothering him. And every time we asked the doctor was like, "Oh, well, it's nothing. Like, here, just take some anti-inflammatory medicine. Give him some this anti-inflammatory medicine, and he'll be fine." So yeah, that cost us an arm and two legs like every single time. It was like $300 like a visit or something on that. It's like on that mess. And this is the tack on that last year, like as a family, we just lost Socks, our cat, and we lost Sasha, our other dog, to unknown reasons. But we had to have him put to sleep, and that costed us an arm and a leg. So yeah, this is like it's kind of concerning when we started getting more and more concerned after we lost our own dog and cat. Like, okay, something's wrong. Like we need to know more than just, "Oh, I don't know," or, "Oh, pay us more money and we can see and we can test to see what this is." Or send our dog to a specialist, which we don't have specialist money. So eventually the growth on his foot started getting unsightly big, and yeah, Chance was noticing. Like we noticed, like okay, there's a problem for Chance because he's having trouble walking on it. It's like, oh yeah, yeah, they don't. Yeah, dogs don't really show pain. They generally just go like, oh yeah, yeah, this is normal. I'm fine, whatever. And that's pretty much all Chance was, but he could not hide this pain that like the growth on his foot was actually causing him pain because it was like he was essentially just walk around or run around like, hey, what's up? What's up, everybody? Ow, I'm fine. Ow, I'm fine. Ow, ow, ow. Like every time, and then like you do that thing where you just avoid stepping on stepping on the pain in your foot. Like you have a rock in your shoe, and you don't want to take it out yet because you're not in the appropriate spot to do so. So you're like, okay, if I can just get over there, I'll take off. Like I can just remove this rock or whatever. But you look awkward while you're walking. That's how it was for Chance. So we took him back to Banfield again, and we're like, hey. He's like, oh, well, Chance is fine. I'm like, well, did you check out the growth on his foot? I mean, this is noticeable even to us. Like, I mean, it's visible. And this time the doctor was like, oh, I didn't look at that. I forgot. I didn't even notice that. So yeah, dead sign right there. Like, psh, we're out. Like, you know what? Okay, we're gonna go to a different vet. Here's your $300-$400. Bye. We're never coming. Like, never coming back there again. Going back to those guys again. As far as I can help it. We go to the other vet, and they went like, "Oh yeah, this is a problem." We go to our new vet, which that drive is like the drive is like an hour, like 45 minutes to an hour, depending on traffic, if not longer, because it's way out the way. But they were incredibly nice to us. They even knew, like, we were like, yeah. Like, we looked at the price for just the visit. I'm like, oh, wow, this is cheap. And I was like, you guys came from Banfield, didn't you? I'm like, yeah, we came from Banfield. They knew. Like, yeah, we get that a lot. I was like, oh, dear. They looked at his foot and was like, oh, yeah, this is a problem. Like, we need to see about surgery to get this removed. And at the time, it was just going to be the growth on his foot. I was like, okay, that's fine. He'll just go to surgery. He'll come back. He'll probably have to wear a cone, whatever, and be done with it. So we had him prep for it was prep for surgery. Like wait like 2 weeks or so. Come October. Well, Chance and pretty much like any dog or almost any person that would just have something that's annoying them that's just like stuck on their body, they'll pick at it. Like they'll pick at it, and that's exactly what Chance was doing. And the doctor was like, "Oh, make sure he doesn't pick at it." Like, okay, we'll do our best. Yeah, like we can barely. It's hard to keep an eye on that dog. Like you could just be sitting there right next to him and be like, okay, whatever, just like watching TV or playing PlayStation, doing whatever. And just like any other pet, animal, child, whatever, they'll go back to picking at it and be like, hey, stop. He picked at it one night and he got so bad that it actually started bleeding out, and we're like, oh crap. Well, I hope this isn't going to do anything worse to him. We bring him back to the vet, and they're like, okay, well, we're going to talk about surgery. They looked at it again, and they're like, oh, crap. Well, we're going to have to remove the entire leg. I'm like, oh, wait, what? Like, yeah, he picked at it, and it looks it's infected, and we don't want that infection to spread, so we're going to have to remove the entire leg. Which they can't just remove half the leg. They have to remove the entire part, at least at that vet. Because, I mean, like cost and all that, like cost of money and the risk for the dog and all that. And Chance is pretty old. Like, I mean, he's pretty old, even though he's active for his age. We're like, oh crap. Well, okay. I guess we'll live with a three-legged dog. We bring it, like, he comes out of surgery. Like, he was in there for like an entire day. He comes back from surgery, and that was the most depressing thing I've ever seen. Because the way he came back, like, the stitch job looked horrible, to be honest. Like, I don't think they could have done any better, but it honestly looked horrible. I was just like, oh my god, I can't look at my dog like this. I was like, what am I looking at evil or something? Like, what the heck am I looking at here? I'm laughing at it now because it's over, because that bit is over. But yeah, it was it was horrible, and I was practically driven to tears every time I looked at him. I was like, this is horrible. And the doctor was like, oh yeah, don't touch the stitches, don't clean it, don't do anything because you might open it. Because because amputating his leg was like, yeah. But that, like, I mean, that's legal money. Like, holding the first vet legally viable, like, that's court money, and I mean, that's court money and time, and none of us got that. None of us have that. I mean, so the stitching job was like, oh dear God, and he had to sit like that for like 2 weeks. And we're like, okay, I can't really clean it, but I have to watch him to make sure he doesn't go running around to, like any stitch, like you can't. Oh, give me a minute. It was like, so I had to look at him, and I just had to watch him. Like, okay, I can't look at it. Like, this is painful. To look at Chance like this. So I come back. So he finally gets the stitches removed, and we're like, okay, everything's fine. And Chance is walking like he never had a fourth leg. Like, he never had four legs to begin with. Like, he is just. I was like, dude, like, it's like he never had four. It's like he never had four legs to begin with. It's like the other leg was just holding him back. Like, because he is still galloping, he is still jumping. Out of all things, I'm like, this is crazy, but okay. So early Monday, we had to actually send him back to the vet because we noticed another growth on another leg, and we could not let that one go because if we did, that could be well, they said it was a tumor, and if we let it go, oh yeah, if they had to remove another leg, like, you might as well just put him to sleep. So like, okay, surgery, remove these tumors ASAP. So now he's back with us, but they removed a lot of those growths because he actually had some on his face. Like I said, he had some on his face, and he had like another one on his leg. And they went ahead and cut that. They went ahead and cut that away. Which he comes back, and I'm like, he doesn't look like this time. He doesn't look too bad, but I didn't at the time. I didn't consider that because he has stitches on his face. He kind of has a bit of trouble eating, or wanting to eat, really. Because now when he tries to eat, it's like you have like a sore in your mouth or something. And you're like, I don't really want to eat. He's like, I don't really want to eat, but I'll eat. And then there's also the fact of getting him to take his medicine, which is difficult. Because he is smart enough to be like, I know that's medicine. I ain't taking that. So yeah, he's not. So he's generally not doing well, but he's well. Is just trying to keep him, I guess, keep him up in spirits. As for Banfield, oh man, I would honestly love to like sue them or anything because I question the diagnosis on my other dog Sasha and my cat Socks when we had to put them to sleep. Like I question the diagnosis on them because those were horrible. Like so, we had no idea what was wrong with Sasha, and that was a horrible time last year. And it just happened. Like it honestly just happened, and we're like, well, could we have caught it early or something, or did we not do something right? Like we don't know what the heck's going on. But apparently, according to the diagnosis, is that like something was eating away at her muscles, and that just basically made her like not. That just basically made her stop functioning in her legs. Which I didn't even I honestly didn't notice it at the time. I thought she just like gave up or what. I thought she just like, you know what, whatever, I don't care. Like she just sat down. She sat because at the time when I first spotted it, she just sat in the corner of the hallway. I'm like, okay, whatever. Then I noticed that like she pooped. Like she pooped in the house. I'm like, oh god, like what is that smell? Like, oh no. Like, oh no. I'm like, I'm like, Ashley, we need to go to the vet. Something is wrong with Sasha. Like she is not moving. Like she did not want to move from the spot she pooped in. Like she literally sat on it. Like, oh, like this something's wrong. We took him to the vet, took her to the vet. That was horrible. Well, it wasn't horrible. It's just that she couldn't get seen because, well, the closest vet was full. And they were like, okay, well, here's a bunch of other vets you could go to. And those were way too far away. By the time we would get to those, the vet would have closed. Because it was a Sunday. So we finally got her there, and it was just like, oh, here, have some of this. And mom was just immediately gave up on Sasha. She was just like, I'm done. Like, all the doctor gave her was just some steroids, so she only looks like she's better, but she's not. I'm like, mom, don't stop. Like, don't talk like that. But yeah, it was like, that's pretty much, that was like literally like truth versus like what you hope is going to happen. Socks was even worse because it was like, okay, he's gonna go to the vet. He always comes back better. Nah, immediately, like practically the minute he got there, I forgot the name of the illness because it was on it's on the paperwork, and it's a complicated name. They don't know what the heck was wrong with Socks. Like they just knew, like, okay, like yeah, it's his time or whatever. No, like Socks had something wrong with his urinary tract. Socks had something wrong with his urinary tract, and it was causing him a lot of pain, and they couldn't really get rid of it. And they're like, yeah, it's best to just put him to sleep. I'm like, really? So yeah, and Socks and Sasha died like practically back to back. Like it was roughly 2 to 3 weeks between each other when they died. And oh man, that tore me up. And that was last year. This year, I'm like, I do not want to lose another pet. Like, I don't feel like losing another pet this year. I really don't want to go through that. I was like, give me some time, you know. Uh, well, yeah. Like, as for our other cat, Parker, he is. I have no idea how he does it. I have no idea how Parker does it. Like, he is just like he is freaking healthy. As far as things go, he's probably hiding it, but I mean, he is freaking healthy. I'm like, dude, like, how do you do it? Even though he doesn't really seem to care about staying in the house, he just always wants to go outside and go eat a squirrel. And I wish he stopped doing that. So yeah, that happened. That was a big one. Oh boy. And I guess, oh yeah. So yeah, the pet situation, yeah, that's a big one. And I guess I should knock out this. I guess I should